Hey guys, Kevin here. I'm not recording through my Audient ID22. That's a big, hefty audio interface. Very good. I use it all the time. What I'm actually going to do is review this little one. This is the Alesis Core 1. Now, I showed you a quick look when I bought it. But in this video, what I want to do is talk about it, show you it, and talk about its good points and its bad points. This retails at about £45, £50 in the UK, and about $40 in the USA. I bought it second hand. I bought it from CEX for £15, so a little bit of a bargain. Okay, so I just want to show you what we've got here. At the back, we've got an XLR, and it's a...
I didn't hear what it was.
Right. My phone just started talking there. What I've got at the back here is an XLR stroke TRS input. Now, I can't show you directly because I've got it, I'm actually recording with it right now. What you're listening to right now is Alesis Core 1, but it looks like that. So that is exactly what is there. So you can put in a TRS cable or you can put in an XLR cable. At the front, what we have, if I can get it in focus here, we've got the headphone monitoring volume. We've got the input level. So if I turn this down, and then I turn it all the way back up, it should be louder. We've got my headphones, which is I'm not actually listening to just now, but I'll explain that in a second why. We've got a line and guitar input, so you can put it down if you're recording through a guitar. And then you've got the USB cable, which goes to your computer. That's what it is. Very, very portable, super portable, very light. And this is the kind of, you're not going to take that with you whenever you go somewhere. It's too big, it's too bulky. But this is the kind of thing you could put in your jacket pocket. You could put in your bag. It's very, very portable. That's the whole idea of this. So I'll move away from here just now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump over to my computer. So what you're seeing here is my computer. This is what I'm recording with just now. And as I said before, just as a reminder, I'm recording through the Alesis Core 1. This is what you're listening to. You can see the levels here in Adobe Audition. And if I move the levels down, you'll see the volume will go down. If I move it back up, you'll see the level going up. That's how it works. You're effectively changing the gain level. Now, this doesn't work with condenser microphones unless you can power that condenser microphone separately. It works with dynamic microphones, such as the Shure SM58 that I'm using just now. So what that means is condenser microphones traditionally need power. They need 48 volts of power. So you can power that through this. This audio interface here can provide power. The Audient ID22 can. The Alesis Core can't. So what it means is if I wanted to use a condenser mic, and I could use a condenser mic with this, what I need to do is buy one of those it's like a little device that powers the microphone for you. So that's something to bear in mind. This does not provide 48 volts of phantom power. So you either need to use a dynamic microphone or a TRS input, or you need to power the microphone in a different way. So what I'll do, I'll just pull over here. This is, it's a very basic kind of sales page, but you can see here, phones input. That's essentially what I've just shown you. So the features, we've got a 1 XLR and quarter TRS combo input with gain knob, records up to 24-bit, 48 kilohertz audio into virtually any software. You can record on your iPad, iPhone via the Apple iPad camera connection kit. It's got a guitar level line switch for guitar and bass guitars. Stereo headphone out with level control, modern sand blasting aluminium housing, and it includes Cubase software, which I've not downloaded because I'm using Adobe Audition, so I don't need it. I'm sure I could, I don't know, maybe I could download it from their website. So, enough stats, enough yapping on. How does this work? Well, not well, if I'm honest. It's got a few problems. And I'll talk about the biggest one. Now you can see here, playback, speakers 3 core 1. You won't see anything for this audio interface. I've unplugged it just in case. You know what Windows is like sometimes when there's 2 audio interfaces plugged in, sometimes it kind of defaults to the wrong one. And you can see there, input, the core 1. Now, if I go into the properties, you'll see a few things. I've got the levels at 100. That's another thing I'll talk about in a second. Here, see what it says, listen to this device. Up until now, I have not been listening to what I've been saying. I've been looking at the screen to make sure that, you know, the level is okay. But I have not been listening. Now, normally I always listen to the audio that I'm recording. Helps, you know, it helps me know what level I'm recording at. I know if I'm speaking too loud. I know if I'm speaking too quietly, but I've not been doing that. And the reason that I haven't been listening to the microphone is because the biggest problem with this is latency. It's got it doesn't have zero latency. It's got very bad latency problems. Now, the kind of idiot's guide to latency, and this is the way that I look at it as well. Latency affects when, you know, this audio returns. So the microphone's going through the audio device and then it goes to the computer and it's coming back. And there's this kind of like a delay. So what I'm going to do just now is click on listen to this device. Now I can hear the microphone. But I'm going to start talking like a robot. The reason is when I'm talking, I'm hearing myself through the microphone. It feels like about half a second later. And it makes it very difficult to talk. And this is the biggest problem with this. And it's the reason why it's, I wouldn't say unusable, but okay, I will say unusable. It's kind of unusable because of it. I'm going to remove that. Oh, thank God I've disabled that. Now, if you've never heard this through a computer, I'm sure you've heard it through your phone. If you're using your phone, and I'm sure there's been a time when you've spoke to someone on the phone and there's like feedback or there's like an echo or something, and you can't talk to them because you're hearing yourself back like half a second later, and it just confuses the brain. And this is the problem with this. Now, I've actually tried to resolve this issue. I looked at lots of different things. This was the one that's been recommended by lots of people because some people say this works. A lot of people say it doesn't. But this is the one that they say to use for Windows. It's called ASIO for all. And what it allows you to do is kind of change the sample rates, the buffering rates and all this, and it helps you reduce latency. Now, you can see down here, I've got Core 1, and I've tried everything. I've tried lots of different settings. And in fact, one of the reasons why I've taken so long to do this review after buying it is because I was thinking, right, I can fix this. I can get this working. But I can't. I really can't. I've tried everything. I tried another piece of software as well. Tried lots of different settings. And the whole latency issue is a major problem for me. I can't get around it. I can't seem to resolve it. I've tried buffer size, all different sample rates. I've tried latency, compensation, lots of different rates there as well. And if I go back and listen to this here, then the issue is still there. Now, putting it up affects it a little bit more. I'm going to disable that. Yeah, and this is the problem with this device. There's really bad latency issues, and it makes it, for me, for what I want to do, it makes it unusable. If you don't need to listen to what you're doing, then if you don't need to monitor your audio, what you're recording, this isn't actually too bad a device. It's got an audio driver in it. I found that listening to music through this, so for example, if I bring over some YouTube here, I don't know, I'll try to see if there's a song here. Right, there's a cover. Advert. So I'm going to listen. Now, that audio is coming through my headphones, and it sounds great. It sounds better than, not as good as my audio interface, but it sounds better than the audio driver in my laptop. So I could just use it to improve the audio in my laptop. That's something I could use it for. So in that regard, it's quite good. Another problem that I would see is that the microphone, I think, sounds quite good through this. It sounds okay, but if you look here at the input properties, I've got this at level 100, and I've got the gain level pretty much at full. When you don't have it at full, it just isn't loud enough. You know, there doesn't seem to be enough power. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be enough gain going to it. I don't think that's a major problem. The way I've got it set up would be fine. But for certain microphones, I think that would be a major issue. I've seen some people saying that they need to add, use the plus 12 decibels option that you get in Windows sometimes to address that. I've not did that, but I would prefer it, the mic level, to be a little bit stronger. When I first read about this and I was trying to fix it, I found a review, and I'll be honest, it pretty much sums up everything I think about this. This is a review. I'll link to this down below in the description area. And he talks about it, 24-bit resolution, 48 kilohertz sampling rate, and all this. He talks about the 12 decibels audio level. And his pros and cons, I would actually agree with. He said it's good construction. I agree. It's well made. Without a doubt, it's well made. It's built to last. It's got a low noise floor for the audio. Horrible latency as a con. No zero latency monitoring, and low output for mic. And I agree with everything. I do apologise to the author here, but I can't see his name mentioned on this page. Still don't see his name. Yeah, so I do agree with those sentiments. It kind of sums up this. It's good for audio, for listening to audio, but the latency issue is a major problem, so that's why I can't recommend it. The mic level is not a deal breaker. Could be a little bit better, but it's okay. It's manageable. What I was hoping to use this for was, up in my office area, up in this room, I'd be using this. I'll be keeping this here all the time. But, if I was taking the laptop downstairs, or if I was using another laptop, the idea was that I would take the Alesis Core 1 and, I would use it downstairs, or I would use it if I was going somewhere else, and I could plug in a mic using a TRS cable. I could plug in a mic in my headphones using an XLR cable, whatever. That was what I was thinking. That's what I was hoping for. But it just doesn't work out that way. It is a cool little device, without a doubt. It's well made. It looks cool. I like the branding. They've got the logo, and it's pretty cool the way that I like the logo. The only thing I would say from a design point of view is I think it's a little bit annoying having the USB cable at the front, but I know why they did that, because they've got the XLR TRS input at the back, and if they don't want any connections at the sides, there's kind of nowhere else to put it. So from a design point of view, I know why they did that. So in summary, would I recommend this? No, I would not. It's not worth the money, because whilst it is a good way to enhance the audio, if you don't have an audio interface or an audio sound card on your computer, the latency issue is the biggest problem. It will be able to help you record from guitar, from bass, from a microphone such as this, a dynamic microphone, a condenser microphone if you can provide phantom power, but the latency issue is a killer, and some people have reported that it works okay. I've not been able to fix it. It has been an absolute nightmare. So because I've not been able to get it working, and believe me, I've tried everything, I really can't recommend this. And it's a shame, because it looks like a great device. But I think I'm going to have to pass this on to my brother, and hopefully he can figure out some use for it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll provide the links to the articles that I showed in this video, sorry. And if you get any questions about it, please do leave a comment below. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.